Now, you have to remember, for a lot of English folks at the time, this was like traveling to a foreign, maybe even uncivilized land.
And you can really feel the prejudice they're carrying with them. Matthew's sister Tabitha was so convinced by all the English stereotypes that she was genuinely afraid they would starve. She actually demanded they pack their own food before they crossed the border.
But the reality of Scotland, as they find out, is way more complex and, well, often more pungent. Winifred Jenkins gives us this absolutely unforgettable street-level description of how sanitation worked in Edinburgh's tall apartment buildings. Every single night, the city's chamber pots were just emptied right out the window.
And that cry, Gardez l'eau, is such a fantastic historical detail. It's almost certainly a version of the French phrase Gardez l'eau, which means watch out for the water. It was a leftover from the old alliance between Scotland and France, and a very, very practical warning for anyone walking the streets at night.
The trip also doesn't shy away from the complicated politics after the 1707 Act of Union. Through the arguments of a Scottish character they meet, the novel really digs into the deep sense of loss some Scots felt, while also showing the strategic gains England got out of the deal.
So, after all the bad food, the dirty water, and the constant family squabbles, what's the big takeaway here? Well, this journey is way more than just a trip. It's like a social X-ray of a nation going through some massive, massive changes.
What did the author really want us to see through the eyes of this completely dysfunctional family? He's showing us a country that's grappling with what it even means to be modern.
Every stop on their journey just pulls back the curtain on one of the nation's growing pains. Bath shows the total hypocrisy of high society. London reveals the pollution and alienation that comes with city growth, and Scotland forces them to confront their own prejudices. The whole thing really is a commentary on the birth of a new, chaotic, consumer-driven Britain.
And in the end, by giving us Matthew's grumpiness, Lydia's romanticism, and Winifred's pure confusion, the novel shows us that history isn't just one clean story. It's a messy, contradictory, amazing collection of personal experiences. There's no single objective truth about 18th century Britain. They're only their truths.
Which, of course, leaves us with one last question to chew on. If Matthew, Lydia, and Winifred were to take a tour through our world today, with its social media, its 24-hour news, its global culture, what on earth would they write home about? What wonders and what horrors would they report back? What would be our Gardez l'eau?